JP's Budget Collecting and another episode of the Whatever Report, where I ramble for an hour and for some reason you guys hang out with me. So it is always appreciated. I hope you are having a wonderful Saturday and a good weekend. So far, it is Halloween weekend. I guess I should have done the costume thing, but I did it for Calvin Gory's last Monday Monday. So I didn't. No costume. I had my Halloween. I was gone last week. I was up at my sister's. That was my Halloween party for the year. I dressed up for that. Then I dressed up for Calvin Gory's, and that's probably all you're gonna get out of me. So yeah, we had GT Key hanging out early. Appreciate it. We got Unruly. What's going on? I would guess it is Halloween Eve, but I would guess this is the big party night for all those Halloween revelers, for the most part, outside the trick-or-treaters themselves. My guess is everybody's doing their parties tonight. Not me. I'm at home, just hanging out, and I appreciate all of you for hanging out with me. What is up, Mr. Lasso? Ryan, I hope you're having a good weekend. So I missed out last week because I was up at my sister's, helping them with their Halloween party that they do for the kids and everything else. Hey, Daymers, what is going on? Blue Collar Dan. Yep. So that was where I was at last weekend, why you guys got no content for me. And Uncle Jason kind of misbehaved last weekend. So on our what are we drinking tonight? It's water. Honestly, I did drink way too much last weekend, but didn't have anything to do with it tonight. I was literally in there going to get me a glass or something, and I was like, I just got water. So yeah. So we'll take that off of there. Let's see who else has hopped in here. Dre is in the house. What is going on? Cornbread and iced tea have taken the place of pills in the room. I understand, my friend. And yeah, I am a lightweight. Yeah. Nightwing's 2 years old, man. We did Nightwing. We've been Loki since then. We've been Yoda. I think the wigs are downstairs. Excuse me. Didn't since I come in. It smells changed. Yeah. I don't normally. It's been a long time. Even because people give me a hard time because I had a bad week. That week I had a bad week at work, and then I was on Old Wolf's channel, and I got a little drunk, but not like I got. No, not like last Saturday. It's been a long time since I got that bad. So oh well. We live, we learn, we survive. We're back to water. So there you go. So what else is going on? What are my little things here? What are my banners? What's coming up on the channel? Why is my ticker not working? Whoa, something weird going on. Oh, there it's working. Oh, that was weird. It's not working. Maybe it was working for you guys. It was not working on my end. I don't know. What's going up on the channel? We will have Cash or Trash tomorrow. We should have D&D tomorrow night. And then this week, the only thing I think I got going this week is on Wednesday, we'll be doing another indie show. And we will be talking Murder Falcon because John kept pushing it on me. So myself, John, Bearded Comic Bro, and Daymers are going to be talking Murder Falcon on Wednesday. I have not yet dug into this. So I literally just took the plastic wrap off today, and I have not dug into this yet because I was watching my Tigers actually win for once. So yeah. We will get into that when we get into what have I been watching, but the answer is no. I'm actually a little behind on my watching. I have not got to see Black Adam yet. I remember Strong Meds, etc. Yeah. Yeah, hell getting old. It's hell getting old. So yeah, so those are the things I got coming up on my channel this week, I think. Yeah, because I don't have anything coming in. Nothing like that. So let's go to, well, what have we picked up this week? we'll jump already to that. We'll save the what are we watching for later. Well, not this week, but since you guys kind of missed it, if you did not watch my show, my High Republic review show I did with my friend Kavi, Comic Books NYC, that we did a week or so ago. If you remember, a few weeks ago, I admitted that I had bought something that had that I was cash strapped. I had taken all my comic book money and I had splurged on something. So if you didn't watch that High Republic show, you don't know what that is. I will show you what it was now as a quick thing. But you should go watch it because we showed a bunch of. So we talked about the High Republic. That's why the books are still up there. They've just been left. And we did a big review of what we thought of Phase 1. Phase 2 is kicked off. I'll talk about it a little bit because the first issue is in here in the stack of what came in this week. But I did buy a page. And I have not followed up to try to see if I could get the inks for this as well from that artist. Kavi gave me his information. I just need to look him up and do it. But I bought Star Wars High Republic number 4, page 16. This Avar Chris page from Ario Anandito. And that we got Avar, Skier, and Keeve all on a page. So basically a half-page splash of Avar Chris. And so that was my big splurge item. So that is in my book over here. I'm not going to show it that way, but so not bad. It's a quick read. Oh, you're talking about Murder Falcon. Yeah. So thank you, Lasso. Thank you. So that was my big pickup that was last Thursday. So not 2 days ago, but the week before. We were showing that off, and then because it had come in that week. The only other thing came in is my new comics for not this week, for the previous 2 weeks. So I'm behind because these actually came last Friday when I was gone. And I just had a friend get them off my stoop and stuff. So normally I would have talked about these books last week if I had done a whatever report. Didn't do that. So I didn't get them until I got home. And so this week's comics are not in the stack. I do not have Catwoman Lonely City yet. I'm so looking forward to that. It should be here next week. So this coming Friday, I should have all my books. So what did we get? We got still reading, and we're still buying Captain Marvel. For the most part, this series has been pretty solid. I'll do reviews here in a second because I've actually read all these, but I'll flip through them real quick. Amazing Spider-Man, Star Wars Visions, still getting Catwoman. We got the Suzumaki covers. She's going off Catwoman too, so I don't know what cover I'm going to get going for it. I don't know because it has not been quite as good. Darth Vader. We'll talk about these in a little bit. I did splurge and get all 3 of the kind of regular covers of Star Wars: The High Republic #1. That's a variant. This is a variant. And then this is the A. I didn't get the one in 50. Is the only one of the main actual Marvel printed covers that I didn't get was the one in 50. At least not yet. So, but I got the 3 just because I've been enjoying High Republic so much. So I went and I got those. And then Batgirls and then Nightwing, which I use for my thumbnail. So reading. So that's what came in. That's what we picked up. So, but what have we been? What are we reading? Well, let's just go through them because we've read all these. Let's start. Let's start with Captain Marvel. This was fun. This is a little bit of so this is a tie-in to Judgment Day, which tie-ins are always you never know what the heck you're going to get with a tie-in. Series has been pretty solid. So we kind of see what's going on with Carol and Laurel L., her sister, as they're getting judged, for this whole Judgment Day thing. But what we really see is what's going on with Chewie, with the Flurkin, because it's also getting judged. And so it's a little bit of the style of the Hawkeye issue, the Pizza Dog issue. Not exactly. It's a little different. Flurkin, it's a little different, but the Flurkin is quickly realizes what's going on, and it takes an active hand in this book. So we really you get a little bit of Carol at the beginning, you get a little bit of Carol at the end, but most of this is about Chewie, and it was really, I thought it was well done. I enjoyed it. I thought it was kind of fun. You know, and yeah, for the most part, I've enjoyed this whole Captain Marvel series. There's been some lows, but for the most part, it's been pretty good. Not great, but really solid. So I've continued to collect it, for sure. So I have no idea if you guys have just stopped commenting or if it just froze, but hey, we'll see, because I haven't got to comment forever. ASM. No rant this month. It's not worth it. Yeah, I needed, I don't know. It's not even, this one was just kind of, it wasn't bad. It's just, so I guess I shouldn't be down on it, because that's a big upgrade from what it's mostly been. It wasn't terrible. It just wasn't any, I don't know. I mean, now him and Felicia are trying to get together again. I mean, how many times do we have to do this circle? I don't know. Whatever. It's not worth talking about, I'll be honest. I'm going to save that for one other book. We're going to do this one first. Yeah, we'll do this first. Catwoman, 48. This is probably my least favorite of the Sozamakia covers that she's done for Catwoman by quite a bit. I get she was going for a little more of a rougher watercolor kind of thing here, but I don't know. It just doesn't really work for me. As far as the story, Catwoman has been very inconsistent. You know, yeah. And it's been very inconsistent. I've mostly been, the highs have been pretty good, the lows have been pretty low, but honestly, it's just been very inconsistent. The Frizzen covers and the Sozumaki covers were part of keeping me there. I'm not a huge fan. I'll be honest. I'm not a huge Teeny Howard fan as a writer. Like individual issues, is I gotta make myself completely out of focus. There we go. Are good, but she has a hard time like telling a coherent overall story, like from issue to issue. And I'm not a big fan of this Valmont guy. I just find him annoying as all get out. And it's not even because I think her and Bruce seem to be together at this point. They've kind of just pulled them apart for now, whatever. But yeah, this Valmont guy just, I don't know. Maybe that's part of the biggest part. But she leaves town. She's back in town. She leaves town. She's back in town. She's got to get away. Now she's back. And it's just like, I don't know what they're going for here. I'll be honest. That's the biggest thing, is I don't know what they're trying to accomplish right now. So that's been a bit of a disappointment lately. Star Wars Vision. So I bought this because when I ordered for October, I had room. And I was like, ooh, I'll give that a try. And then November, I didn't really have room. In December, I didn't really have room. So I had to stay under my 20, to stay in my 20. So this is the only issue I've ordered of this. So we're not continuing with this. I really enjoyed, this was one of the best, easily one of the best of those Star Wars Visions shorts they did a year plus ago. This was good, but not good enough that it's going to make me go back and track down 2 and 3 after I decide to skip it. So I feel like I made the right decision. It's interesting. I know there's some theories. This is like an alternate universe, and this is a character we might know. But for now, this is good. If somebody tells me, if it comes back 4 or 5 issues in, people are telling me it's amazing, I might just wait and get the trade for this. So it was good, but not enough to make me like change my mind on my decision. All right. Darth Vader. This continues to be really good. This whole stuff with Sabi, who's the handmaiden. I think it's finally starting to come to a head here at the end of this. I love the reveal at the end of this issue. Her role, Anakin's role, Palpatine's role, and really how her whole mission was to avenge Padme, and she's gotten kind of completely corrupted by this guy and Vader, who's not in the title guy, and it'll be interesting to see how this story ends for her. To me, she's been like in a lot of ways the strongest part of this whole story. But yeah, I continue to really enjoy this Greg Pak's Darth Vader. It's been excellent. All right, that brings us to High Republic. We'll just put the two variants over here, and we'll just put the A cover up. This was a fun and interesting start. That is Raza. Yes, yeah, he's showing all the covers right now for Vader. I'm pretty sure that's Raza. Yes. Unruly. I'm pretty sure that is a Raza cover on that Vader book. High Republic Phase 2. So, if you go back and watch the show, Kavi and I talked about it, I loved High Republic Phase 1. Literally one of my favorite things they've done Star Wars wise. Obviously, it's all this novels and comics and that kind of stuff. But I just love that they went to a different time period and doing, like, I just think it's just really well done. So for Phase 2, they're jumping back so Phase 1 is 200 years basically before Anakin's born. 200 years before the events of the original trilogy. This is another 150 years before that. And basically, they're giving you some background for how we got to what's going on in Phase 1 is really what they're telling us. The Raza covers, I bet they are. I know you're a big fan. So this is the only thing I've read so far. I haven't gotten any of the novels yet. And originally the one shot that was supposed to kick this off got delayed. So we're kicking it off here instead of there's a one shot that's a separate book. But these two characters are intriguing. We're at Jeddah. So I'm definitely intrigued. This issue was solid. I actually enjoyed the backup story more than I enjoyed the primary story with these two. The backup story actually did more for me. I thought that was super interesting because yeah, I continue to look forward to this. This was enough to I'm ready. I'm ready for Phase 2. So that it was enough to get me going. My guilty pleasure came again. Like Batgirl continues to just be a damn good time. So yeah, we get and I've never read Gotham Academy, but we get a couple characters from Gotham Academy in this, which Maps I thought was a lot of fun. This was my introduction kind of to her. But Stephanie and Cass are just a riot. I just love this book. It's just so much fun. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not gonna try to justify it beyond that. If you're not reading Batgirls, it's probably not for everyone, but it's for me. I love it. So there you go. And then last and never least, well, actually, I'm going to talk about. We'll save it for another second. A couple books that I hadn't got to the last time. I finished up Spider-Verse. This Craven character was like the Edge coming to was okay. This was from previous 2 weeks ago. I had never gotten to. And then I did read the first Spider-Man issue from Slott and Bagley that kicks off this end of the Spider-Verse event. It was fine. Nothing that got me super excited. I'll be honest. We'll see where it goes. The art's definitely Bagley's art's definitely better than freaking Romita Jr. though. Unruly is gonna buy that trade and gonna be like, "What the hell is this? What did JP get me to buy?" And I'm gonna be happy with it. So. All right, and then last but not least for me, Nightwing. Always my favorite thing going right now. Bruno Redondo's covers are just and there's some really good bits in this. He and Babs, and just there's some really good stuff. We get to see Montoya. The end. So spoilers for a 2-week-old book. The end of this, we get the reappearance of maybe my most hated character in comics ever. And if it wasn't for the fact that I know what's coming in 98, which is in 98, Nightmite, so Batmite, which is like Mr. Mitch, it's another fifth dimension, guy. Well, Nightwing's version is coming in the next issue. If I didn't know he was coming in the next issue, I would be very pissed that they were doing that. I would be mad at Tom Taylor for what they did on the last page of this, because I know that it's probably not real and it's just a Nightmite thing. I'm willing to see where it goes. Otherwise, the book is great, but the last page is just like, oh no. I'm not gonna just wear the Nightwing hair. I don't understand. It's not even a very good wig. I don't even know what kind of condition it probably is in at this point. It's in the tub down there somewhere. But jumping on point for me, which I realize it's like almost 20 issues ago now. But if I was going to jump on, Ryan, realistically, I would start back. I mean, if you wanted to, you could honestly jump on with this, because they did just wrap up the big blockbuster story arc in 96. So technically, this is starting a new situation, and it's going to be kind of a short, odd situation, because this is kind of just the lead up to 100, and then I think after that there's going to be changes in how they do the run. So, but you could start with 97, which just came out, because it is starting over from the blockbuster story arc that just finished. If I was going to start, I would still go back and just get the trade starting at 78. I would start at 78. I'd get the trades. I think there's 3 trades out. There's this one. There's the Fear State crossover trade, which is not 100% necessary. And then there's another trade after that. So there's 3 of these out. I would go back to this if I was you, and just start with Tom Taylor's run. But if you wanted to try it without doing that, then I would start here. I think you can start right here. They just finished the blockbuster story arc. This is a new arc that's beginning. I would start there. Questions, let's do it. Well, it's not a great wig. It doesn't I tell you what, at some point, I'm going to do it. I don't know when. I'm going to give no warning. Ryan, you're just going to have to be here. So there you go. Yeah. The Fear State event, the Nightwing issues were not terrible. They were not bad. It did a lot of development. We got to see him and a lot of the early stuff going on, part of this arc with him and Babs. Got to see him interact with Tim. We got to see him interact with Steph and Cash, which is always a good time. Robbie Rodriguez did this piece of art for me that I love. Is the artist on those Fear State books, and it's not Redondo, which, I love me some Bruno Redondo and what he's been doing in these books, but Robbie Rodriguez is excellent. It's an excellent sub, in my opinion. I'm a big fan of Robbie Rodriguez. So if you can't tell, I got a piece right here. But yeah, the Fear State stuff there's some good stuff in there, but it's definitely skippable. There's a good situation with him and Bruce. There's some good stuff with him and Babs. There's some good stuff with him and Tim, but it is story-wise, it's not necessary to the Bloodhaven story. I forget. This is Leaping into the Light. I don't remember. I haven't bought the third one yet. I don't remember what the third one's called. I'll be honest. I haven't actually bought the other trades. I'm kind of I bought this one because I really wanted to have it because it's the best Nightwing story in a long time. It's kicking off here. I don't know if I'm going to buy all the trades or if I'm going to try to wait for a collected bigger edition of this. I haven't decided yet. And this I even got hardcover. So there you go. I will say that was one of the big surprises of the week is because I did not like the Spider-Man. Of course, I haven't liked anything ASM, but I didn't like the ASM crossover. This was actually a fun crossover because it didn't really like Carol's in it, but it's not about Carol. It's all about Chewie. It's all about this Flurkin that lives on Earth, and he's trying to get his judgment, get his thumbs up versus thumbs down. And it's very funny because he's very much a cat, but he's not. And I thought that was actually a very good use of a crossover issue, I should say, with an event. All right. That's the same way for the bigger hardcover. Yeah. I do like I love deluxe editions that are like 15, 16 issues. You get much bigger than that, I think it gets a little unwieldy. Omnis get a little unwieldy. But yeah, I'm a big fan of hardcovers at the moment. If you look at you can't see that. If you look at that shelf, like those are almost all hardcovers except for Ascender, and the hardcover for that's getting ready to come out, and those will probably be replaced. These are all hardcovers down here as I go the wrong way. Those are all hardcovers right there. There's a few Fables hardcovers up there. My Batman hardcovers are, I can't move my foot. There's right in there. So yeah, I've been buying a lot of hardcovers. So yeah, and then I got my Star Wars Omnis right there, and yeah, there's a lot of hardcovers that have been coming in. All right, we're 27 minutes in. So that's what I've been reading. I will say, speaking of what I've been reading, on Thursday, 2 nights ago, we kicked off this. And we had a surprise. Well, someone I thought might join us finally did join us, which was Gore Vidal joined Bearded Comic Bro, Greg, and Haley, Shy Comic Girl, and I for Volume 1 of Deadly Class. So we only read that much. There's my guy. So we only read that much of this first hardcover. One of the better indie shows I think we've done, mainly because of Gore. I'm going to put it all on Gore Vidal. And let's block that user. Oh, it doesn't let me block them. Yeah, it always puts it in error because I'm in StreamYard, but I can put them in timeout. One of the better ones I think we've done, just because Gore packed us, but because he's just so thoughtful about it and thinks about it in a level that I don't always think about this stuff. But I really love first volume of Deadly Class. I'm looking forward to doing more, so I will recommend you go back and watch that. Yeah, so I think he's going to try to make all of this discussion now, and really, if we can make it work, he's going to try to make all of Deadly Class because it's one of his favorites. So I am looking forward to having him and Greg and Haley, because Greg and Haley were awesome too, talk Deadly Class with me. So if you missed that, go back and watch it. It's worth it. And that's, and I've had some really good ones. I just thought it was one of our discussion. We went long though. That is going to be the thing. It's like reining us in a little bit because we went like an hour and 40 minutes on 6 issues. So with Gore, we're going to have to work to stay on time. That's all I'm going to say. So, because he keeps bringing up really good things, and we keep going down these rabbit holes. But it was a good time. I had a good time with that. All right. So off of what are we reading, and on to what are we watching? Okay, so I have not gotten to Black Adam yet. I didn't, because I was doing that stuff with my sister and him, and my nephew had already seen it. He went with his grandpa on the other side and his uncle on the other side before I got there. So they'd already went and seen it. So I didn't go see Black Adam yet. So I don't have any comments on that. I know Unruly asked me if I'd seen Black Adam yet. I have not. Send me to the panel that instantly shortens time. Hour 4. Well, yeah, but I try not to be on the X-Men. So, and they do that on one issue. We did 6 at least. So, So I haven't seen that yet. Obviously, I haven't seen Black Panther yet. That's not. I know some people have got to go to early shows. I haven't seen that yet. Obviously, I also am not caught up on Andor yet. On episode 8 of Andor, I just haven't. Instead of watching Andor, I'll get to what I watched instead when that came out, and then I just haven't got back to it. But I did finish House of Dragon. He liked it, but didn't love it. Like he enjoyed it, but he didn't like. I got the indication that he liked it, but didn't love it. That it was okay. It was good, but it wasn't like his favorite. He wasn't like running around being like, "I'm Black Adam" or any of that. So I think he did enjoy it, but I don't think it was like a favorite for sure. So House of Dragon season 1. So I will say that I know a little bit of the Dance of Dragons. So the big event at the end of the episode 10, the end of the season, that really is the event that doesn't cause it, but like cements the road they're going to go down. Like this is like they could still get off this path to war until what happens at the end of episode 10. And so, but I knew it was coming. So that took a little bit out of it because I knew what was going to happen. I thought it was super well done. And I love the final scene with her reaction to what happens. Yeah, I'm a big Game of Thrones fan. I loved House of Dragon, despite the fact that I do wish we finally got some of Laurie's or whatever. It's kind of we finally got a little bit of the side character machinations going on and not just the main family. But yeah, I'm so looking forward to House of Dragon. I cannot believe we're going to have to wait somewhere between 18 and 24 months for season 2, which is going to suck. Let's just be real. It's going to be more than a year. They're already saying it's going to be more than a year. So I know. Because they haven't even started shooting yet. I am so looking forward, though, to... We finally will meet, and they've said this, we're going to meet, because they haven't cast him yet, but we're going to meet Kragan Stark. So we're going to meet the Starks in season 2, because Viserys was going to the Eyrie and then to Winterfell to get allies at the end of the season. And what I know is that Kragan Stark is one of the better characters, should be one of the better characters in this whole thing. So we will see. But yeah, I'm disappointed it's going to be so long. I love the season. It was fantastic. Other things I'm watching. The other thing that I watched this week instead of watching Andor was I watched Tales of the Jedi. I watched the shorts, all 6 of them. And then what I can tell you is the reason I didn't get to Andor is it caused me to go back and watch the end of Clone Wars, those final 2 episodes of season 7, because one of them directly ties into that whole event, and it just made me want to go back and watch it. So there were 3 episodes on Dooku, 3 episodes on Ahsoka. If you watch Tales of the Jedi, they're all like 15-ish, somewhere they're 10 to 20 minutes. Most of them are around 15, 16, something like that. The Dooku episodes are fantastic, as you get to see him with Padawan Qui-Gon. You get to see him after Qui-Gon's gone, but like interacting with Mace's Jedi Master Dooku, like, and why he's having a bit of a falling out with the council and everything else. And then you get to see one of the episodes is, and I'm so mad they didn't do it like completely formally, but but he calls him it, like, it's basically how he becomes Sidious's apprentice. Like, it's the moment. Like, it's where he goes from blue lightsaber to red lightsaber, even though they don't actually show that full moment, and I wish they would have. It was so good. Like, those 3 Dooku episodes are so good. And then the final 2 Ahsoka episodes. Like, the first one's good. But it's her as a baby, and it's like the family discovering that she's got force powers. But episode 5, which is her second episode, is so amazing in how it ties into what happened at the end of Clone Wars and the end of her story, and just about who she is and how Anakin trained her. Like, you really like. It's funny. You go through a lot of Clone Wars, and there's not a lot of there's guidance, but there's not a lot of training. Like that, he shows him really training her. He gives her guidance and advice and that kind of stuff, but really how he trains her, and it's that episode's amazing. And then episode 6 is, and I don't have it because I never bought a copy, and I'm going to have to go back and get a copy. My sister has it because I read it from her. Is they wrote a book, like there's a novel that is basically Ahsoka just after Order 66 in the fall of the Republic. And it's a really good book. I would recommend it if you like Star Wars novels. And episode 6, though, is kind of a shortened, tight version of what happens in that story, and it's so good. Yeah. Like, again, he was a hard ass. Hey, Kenneth, what's going on, man? He was a jerk, and Rex and, like, the guys are feeling bad for him, but, like, if you watch that episode and then go watch the finale of Clone Wars, last episode of season 7, and really even 6 and 7, but really episode 7, because that moment at the end of that 5th episode of Tales is right before the final confrontation in 7. Like, her and Rex are getting ready to, like, try to escape, and talking about how long she would last against all of them, and, like, oh, it's just so good. Such a good tie-in. It's just, yeah, they tie together so much. Those little episodes tie together so much. It's so well done. So I love those this week. And yeah, so instead of watching Andor after I finished those the other night, I went back and watched the final 2 episodes of Clone Wars. And then I just haven't got back to Andor. Although I heard from several people Andor was really good this week. So that's what I've been watching. Okay. Yeah. And then I watched football today. I watched the Tigers win for once. They actually played well. They actually played good, which after last week I didn't know they were capable of. What else we got on our thing? Yeah, I think we're ready for whatever you guys want to talk about. So yeah, this is the part at the end where I just like kind of react to whatever you guys have on your mind. What's going on that I haven't addressed? Anything else come out this week? I don't think so. I still haven't gotten to Werewolf by Night, and I planned to get to this week, and I did not get there. At this point, I think I might just save it for Monday. I might just watch it Monday night because I've been aiming to get there, and I just haven't sat down and done it. And so I'm thinking, since there's no House of Dragon this week, which has been what I've been watching on Monday nights, that I might do Werewolf by Night on Monday. So you guys will get a reaction to that probably next week. Because yeah, I think I will. I'm going to make myself watch Werewolf by Night on Monday on Halloween night. Seems appropriate. So Damer is saying it's great. I'm getting a what from Unruly. I'll be honest, I don't know if I'd ever watch it if it hadn't been for you guys saying how great it is. Because I just have no interest in those characters. I'm not a horror person, although I get that this is not really like, for the most part. And I like suspenseful horror. I don't like slasher horror, I guess. But yeah, I don't know. It just hasn't like, I haven't had the, I'm going to sit down for the next hour or whatever and watch this. I just haven't, it just hasn't got me there, but I will do it on Monday. So, and I will give you my thoughts next week. So, all right. What else do you guys want to talk about other than, mock me for not having watched Werewolf by Night yet? Let's see. What else happened this week? So maybe we know who Amelia Clark's going to play. She's maybe playing Abigail Brand. I have not went back and watched Paper Girls yet, or Sandman. I know I need to. I'm still so far behind. I have not went back and watched Paper Girls. I have not went back and watched. I'm still way behind on The Boys. I haven't even gotten caught up on The Boys. So Paper Girls, The Boys, Sandman, Rings of Power, all of them are sitting out there that I just got to get caught up on. I'm always behind on stuff. It blew my mind. I think most of what might have been that I had low expectations. Short, different, just well done. Nice. I don't know. I got to get candy tomorrow. Because I know if I bought it earlier in the week, it would be gone. Like, because I would have ate it. So I don't know. And I'll be honest, I'm debating on what to do. So it's weird. Some years I get a crap ton of trick-or-treaters. A ton. And like I give out a crap ton of candy. And other years I literally give out like 5 pieces of candy. It's so inconsistent and it's kind of frustrating because I can't even be like prepared. Because if I buy a bunch, then I just end up with all this damn candy in my house. And if I don't buy a bunch, then I'm scrimping like at the end of the night, like trying to make sure I got enough to get through the night. And no year is ever the same. And the last couple of years, I haven't had hardly any. And I'm half tempted just to like pretend I'm not home. I will probably buy some. Typically, I'll do like Reese's Peanut Butter Cups, Kit Kat, Snickers, or something along those lines is what I usually give out. I do not give out the full candy bars. I know I suck. I do give out the little family size stuff, but I could, like some years I could totally give out the freaking full size because I get like 6 trick-or-treaters. But other years I've gotten as many as like 40 or 50. And it's like, yeah, I just don't know what I'm going to get. I was never I actually never really cared for. You want to know what I buy that I don't share with the trick-or-treaters no matter what if I find a bag. Because I haven't even found, like I had to get them early and then they've been gone. I haven't even had them lately. Is my personal favorite is a Reese's product. It's the Reese's Take 5. That's the best candy bar there is. Chocolate, peanut butter. It's got a salty little pretzel in the thing, so you get a little salt with the pretzel in it. It's got caramel in it, so it's peanut butter and caramel and chocolate, and then peanuts. So it's peanuts, peanut butter, caramel, chocolate, and a pretzel. Like all in the thing. That's the 5 components of the Take 5. It's the best. Oh, that sucks. I haven't seen one in forever. Yeah. Never had a trick-or-treater. I live in a neighborhood, so I mean, there's like the kids next door. There's 3 of them that are at that age, and they've lived there for like the last 2 Halloweens. And one year they came, and one year they didn't. So they just went elsewhere and didn't even stop when they came back. So I don't know. Boo. Snickers peanut butter is pretty good too. Mm-hmm. It is. You are correct. But that's almost too much peanut butter for me. Like I like peanut butter, but I I know a lot of people like the think like the peanut butter ghost and the pumpkins and like the things where you get a higher proportion of peanut butter to chocolate are better than regular Reese's peanut butter cups. And I think they are. But I actually like the little mini. I still like the little minis. I think are my favorite, and they actually are more chocolate and less peanut butter. So yeah, I know they do. The Reese's egg, yeah, the eggs. I've been getting the little pumpkins, so I've been getting the pumpkins. So that I've been splurging on when the Take 5s disappeared. Because they'd all been bought out. I was getting the pumpkins. But yeah, those are like my go-to. My go-to candy bars, like the things I love that I will get for myself, are the Take 5 is number 1. Big fan of just regular Reese's peanut butter cups, obviously. Heath bars. I love toffee, so a Heath bar, like a little Heath bar, ranks pretty high for me. Like I love toffee. It just does. What is it? 100 grand, 1,000 grand, like the little. I like those. Those are a big fan because I'm a big caramel guy too. And then probably a Kit Kat. I still love a Kit Kat. Butterfingers. I used to love Butterfingers a lot. They've kind of fallen off for me. I used to love Snickers a lot. Milky Ways. Those, yeah, they don't do as much for me anymore. I'd say like if I'm gonna buy something for me, it's gonna be Take Five peanut butter cups, 100 grand, the Heath bars, or the uh, Kit Kats, probably. That's amazing. Yeah, the eggs. People love the eggs because there's more peanut butter. Yeah. Fifth Avenue. I don't even know if I've ever had a Fifth Avenue. I'm trying to remember what a Fifth Avenue is at this point. What's a Fifth Avenue? Am I blanking on this? I don't know if I've ever even had a Fifth Avenue. What's the wrapper look like? Oh, is it like the black wrapper that's like yellow? Is that the Fifth Avenue? I'm trying to remember what the Fifth Avenue is. It apparently hasn't made a strong impression on me. Kind of like a Butterfinger. Okay, I think I have had a Fifth Avenue. Now that you're saying that, the Zero is underrated. The Zero. What's the Zero? I don't know. I do not know what the Zero is. That one I definitely know. The Fifth Avenue I feel like rings a bell, but I can't remember exactly what it is at the moment. It's been a long time since I've had one. But yeah, if it's what I think it is, like the black wrapper with like, yeah, but I can't. Yes, Bar Blizzards. I know that it's a candy bar last. I just don't know. I don't remember what the Zero is either. Like clearly these are two I haven't had in forever. But yeah, Heath Bar Blizzards are so good. Occasionally, like Heath Bar Blizzards and then Rolo Blizzards. I love the little Rolo just because it's just caramel and chocolate. Yeah, those are good. So, pecan cluster is a good choice. Always a good choice. So yeah, we're talking Halloween candy. So apparently this is where you guys are all at. I've been trying to be pretty good. I haven't bought much. Like normally I'd get me a couple bags a week as I go through October, and I've been limiting myself to one. And I haven't even bought one every week. I didn't even so I bought a couple bags of Take Five back at the beginning of the month. And then I've had two of the like $3 bags of Take Fives, and then I've had two $3 bags of the Ghosts, of the Reese's Peanut Butter Cup Ghosts, and that is it. I haven't bought Heath bars, I haven't bought Kit Kats, I didn't buy Snickers, I didn't buy the 100 grands, I haven't bought any of that other stuff. So, yeah, and it's chocolate caramel. So I mean, it's not like it's just chocolate caramel, but I need to get. Yeah, so I don't know what I'll go get tomorrow when I go get some candy for the monsters. What I'll get for myself and what I'll get for them. And then I'll probably have, if I don't buy very much, I'll probably get a crap ton of trick-or-treaters. And if I buy a bunch, I'll have none. No one will come. So. Oh, I've had chocolate covered Nutter Butters. The fudge, white fudge Oreos. Oh, my favorite is Dove makes, for the holidays, they make a like a holiday bark. So it's like white chocolate and then chocolate, like white chocolate on top of chocolate, and then it's like peppermint, like it's got like a mint in it. Oh my god. I don't, the peppermint bark, I think is what they call it. And it's Dove. And I love those. They're so good. So I bought one today. Nice. So those are my favorite of the only holiday releases of those little Dove peppermint barks, but what the white fudge Oreos are a quality choice. They're a quality choice. I'm a big fan of the chocolate covered pretzels, but the white chocolate covered pretzels that they put out at the winter. Like you get the. See, he doesn't like it. Get out of here, Lasso. No Nightwing wig for you. No Nightwing wig for Lasso. Peppermint barf. It's good. It's just enough. Like, I'm not a huge peppermint guy, but it's just enough. I don't know. There's something about that chocolate and peppermint. I like it. I like it. Sure. That's okay. What else? I feel like that's it. So, a quick reminder, what I got coming up on the channel. We'll do Cash or Trash tomorrow, D&D tomorrow night, and then Murder Falcon this week, which I have not read. And I'll be honest, this will be the first Daniel Warren Johnson anything that I've read. I don't think I've read any Daniel Warren Johnson. I know he's got a huge following. I know, like Wonder Woman Dead Earth, which the art turned me off on, like when I first saw it. So we'll see what I think of this as I flip through it. And gosh, he's had a couple other things. He's got, what is it? Power Bomb coming out now or whatever. And then this, and I know there's a huge following for him. I have not read any of his stuff yet. So this will be my first Daniel Warren Johnson exposure, I think. Unless there's something I'm forgetting, or he did some kind of mainstream book for a little bit and I'm forgetting. And I know you've been all about Jurassic League. Yeah. Oh, the art just turned me off, and I never grabbed it. So, but several people have told me that, yeah, to give him a shot, whatever. And then John has pushed this Murder Falcon book a bunch. So we're going to give it a shot this week. So we got that coming up Wednesday night, I believe. And then, Wednesday. And then after that, we got a Sandman show coming up. We got more Black Hammer coming up. I have not scheduled the next Deadly Clash yet. And I think that's all I got. Indie show wise right now, at some point I need to start, I keep saying this, I need to get a crew and start Department of Truth. But I also, it's not going to be long, I'm going to be looking for, well, it's going to be a little while probably, but I'm going to be starting to look for new series to start on. And I know I have a big long list, but I may throw that out to you guys, see if I can get some recommendations. Nice. So hopefully I'll enjoy it as well. But yeah, I will have to be looking for what's going to be next before long in terms of, and I know I got a couple books here that I haven't started yet, or a couple series. I got Department of Truth that I have the first 3 volumes on, and I've never flipped a page of. That I need to get a crew for, and then I got Rachel Rising, which I will do with Mr. Unruly, but I want to, when we get to the end of Sandman, then I will fill that in, and then I can pull Unruly. I don't like having somebody on more than one ongoing, because then I feel like I'm tapping too much of their time. So we're going to wait on Rachel Rising until we get through Sandman. So it'll be back. That'll be in the spring or early next summer or whatever. We'll finally kick that off. I know Unruly's been wanting me to read that for a while. And he sent me all the volumes, so of course he wanted me to read it. So, but I'll have to figure out what we're gonna fill in for a while. So, no. That would be like a show, though. There's not that many issues, so we could maybe do a murder hobo show. I don't know. I don't know if I could do a murder hobo show or not. Oh goodness. It's probably good. You sent me, I think, do I have all the issues? You gave me some of them. I'll have to look. I don't even know if I have all the stuff, though. You gave me a bunch of them. At some point, we got to finish Usagi, but that got canceled. I haven't even tried to reschedule that one yet. I need to. but I have not. Read Elves? I don't even feel like I've even heard of that. Elves. What's that about? I don't know. I don't recognize that one. I'm not buying any, like, one or two I'm missing. Okay. I'm not buying any. At the moment, I have no indie comics coming issue to issue on my list. Like that I'm currently collecting ongoings. I'm going to, for the most part, I've just decided indies are going to be tricked. Right, wrong, and different. That's just kind of how I decide. That way I can wait. That way I'm not investing in a bunch of number ones and stuff of things that I aren't necessarily going to like. I can just kind of wait, find out what's good, and then read it. Hear from everybody what's good, and then just read it. So that's just how I do in these. Hey, kitty cat. Hey, cute kitty cat. Hello. How are you? You're here just as we're wrapping up. We are in the whatever you guys want to talk about. We already did our Halloween candy discussion, so you can throw that in the chat. What's your Halloween candy there, cute kitty cat? Your go-to. Yeah, so most of the indies are just, it's going to be trades for me, for sure. And yeah, my poor cat, you don't see her on the stream anymore because they have to shut the door to keep the dog out because he barks if he's in here. So he whines and he barks if he's in here. And so so Miss Cat is also ejected, and that's why if you watch clear to the end, because we went so long on Deadly Class on Thursday, at the end the cat is outside the door like, hey, that's enough, stop it. She's like meowing outside the door, and I opened the door, and she, like, as soon as the show was over, I opened the door, and she was in here like on my lap like, pay attention to me now. So she was not happy with me that we went so long. Nice. Yeah, Monstrous. We did a show. We discussed Daymares, and Los and I discussed Monstrous Volume 7 a couple weeks ago. I've really enjoyed Monstrous. We've been on it. I have not read Look Like Death, and then a random Magnolia stuff. Okay. All right, Collectors Club, welcome. Jason Sean Alexander. He's okay. Am I a trick or a treat? Depends on the day. Depends on the day. That really does. Probably not a huge trick guy. So probably more of a treat. But there are days. There are days. So yeah, with that, we're approaching our hour. We're gonna wrap it up and call it. So yeah, tomorrow, Cash Your Trash, D&D, and then Wednesday, we're gonna talk a little about Murder Falcon. As always, favorite book of the week. Yeah, read it, love it. All right, gang, I'm gonna get out of here. You guys are awesome. I appreciate you hanging out with me. Would I be interested in coming and having a collector chat on Todd McFarlane's platform? I'm always up for hanging. Oh no. Oh no. I just realized something I totally blanked on. Someone else had asked me to be on something, and they were like, yeah, just let me know when's a good time, like a couple weeks ago. And that week was bad for me, and then I have ghosted them because I forgot about it. Oh no. I gotta go send a message on IG. Oh no. But yes, I'm always up for being on stuff if somebody wants to invite me to hang out. I seem like I am not nearly in that kind of, like, that's way above my, like, pay grade usually. So the kind of people I hang out with. pretty much a new artist every week. You can jump on in at any time. Well, that would be cool. I would love to hang out. I would love to talk to J. Scott Campbell because I was still am a huge fan. Like I was a huge fan going back to like Gen 13 and Danger Girl and all that kind of stuff back in the day. But November 11th, that's a Friday, isn't it? That might be tough depending on the timing. But yeah, reach out to me on Instagram, JP Collects on Instagram. If you Collectors Club, I don't know that I follow you if you're on Instagram, but that's usually the easiest way to get a hold of me. So yeah, if you'll reach out to me on there, and I will try not to ghost you like I did the other person that asked me to be on their channel. And no, I don't want that. But anyway, I'm usually better about that. Oh my gosh. I just now. It's been like 2 weeks that I haven't responded to this person. Oh, I feel really bad. Oh my God. I can't believe I did that. All right. So on that note, I'm going to get out of here and send that person an apology. So later, everyone. I want to thank you for hanging out with me, and we will catch you guys next time. Later.